let's do it. Go. This wasn't my idea anyway.
Are we started? We live?
Yeah, we are live.
We're live. Cool. What's the
Oh, we're
topic?
live.
I'm drunk.
Planes.
I'm chimping the fuck out.
Planes
That's-
are.
planes.
The
Has there ever been a chimp incident on a plane?
Surely.
Well, like a hijacking.
Depends what you define as
Wasn't
a
there that
chimp.
far?
Or,
I don't know. Like I presume
or
there's
a
been like
monkey.
I presume there's been like
9/11.
chimps, like most
9/11
cargo.
was done with Travis the chimp.
I'm more
Travis the
like thinking
chimp.
like
Yeah, do you
cargo
not know the
plane.
story of Travis the chimp?
Oh,
Joss has been
Jesus.
wanting to bring this up for like the last 48 hours.
The tangent has already gone.
So much for planes.
No. If you want to hear about Travis the chimp, you have to go check out Gorilla Radio, episode 5.
Hold on.
Today's episode was brought to you by.
Gorilla Radio, episode 5.
I'm gonna see if anyone tunes into this.
All
So,
my fellas.
What's the name of his chimp? What was it?
Travis.
Travis. What
I
happened
think.
with Travis?
His last name was Scott.
Basically, he was right. Well, he is a chimp. That is a chimp as well, like cancelled.
Oh,
Cancelled already.
Yeah.
yeah, that's quick.
Jesus. Gonna have to delete this off Twitch after.
Bro, we got canceled in the first 5 seconds of this podcast.
That's not surprising.
Good lord.
It's Croftyposting. Do you expect anything less?
No, never.
Anyways, fuck CRA.
Real.
Fuck the
Chimp.
people that run it.
We should be
Oh,
renaming
yeah,
ourselves
sorry,
CRA
alright,
as
no.
well. Chimp Racing Academy. We teach chimpanzees how to race.
I didn't realise Bubba Wallace was in this server. This is crazy.
Oh my god.
Oh my
He's
God.
on Max's. He's above Max, I think.
Oh, I see. He's in
He's
the
got a little
garage
count of him.
back there. So anyway, planes. What are some of your guys' favourite fighter jets?
Fighter jets.
Mm.
I'm a huge fan of the. I'm too drunk for this. I forgot the name of it.
Is it a
Harrier.
Typhoon?
Harrier jump jet.
Oh, Harrier.
They are so cool. You know, in the Falklands, like
Harrier is a classic, to be fair.
they were really good in the Falklands. They like whenever they came against like the Super Étendards, which were the Argentine jet fighters, they're given by the French. The French like kept giving them, like donating them, like
What,
to the
Argentinians?
Argentines even
Well, this is
during the
why
war.
the
Like, they
British
just
hate
kept
the
it
French.
secretly. Yeah, the French just kept doing it
So the
even
French
during the
support.
war. So either way, like
I think
the
we should go to
Harrier,
war with France
the
again.
Harrier completely outmaneuvered
the
like these
Falklands.
French jet fighters. Just the French jet fighters just didn't stand a chance
Was it-
against the British Harriers. It's so
When-
real.
I didn't
When were we
realise
fighting
that-
the French with jets?
No, so the French jets that were donated to the Argentines. Yeah, a lot of help you did in the Falklands, head ass.
Yeah, what
Why
about
would we
Grenada?
help
What
you?
about Grenada?
Stupid war.
Did we use the Vulcan bomber in the Falklands?
Yes.
We did. We
So
sent it
real.
12,000
It's
miles.
the only significant conflict that the Vulcan was involved in.
Did it drop a nuke on the Falklands?
No, it dropped like 12 bombs and 11 of them
12
missed.
nuke. Oh wait, what?
If
Yeah,
it
11
was-
bomb. They landed like they just dropped bombs on the runway, but 11 of them, like I don't know if it was 11, like every bomb but one missed, and there was a single bomb that hit the runway, but that was enough to total the runway because the runway's
No,
obviously
it
got to be
became
flat.
unusable after that. Yeah.
That's what I mean, total. That's like literally just what I said.
Yeah.
So that was that like its only mission,
I'm just
Yeah,
picking
to
up
go and
your-
bomb the runway.
and it
to make it
barely
real.
12
succeeded.
12,000 miles, but it did
Less than
succeed.
10% success
If you
rate.
hit it in the right place with the right kind of bomb, you won't be able to land or take off from it. That's kind
Yeah.
of the objective.
William,
Well,
William.
Yeah.
where's your
William.
camera?
Yeah, where is your camera?
My phone's on like 10%, so it's not
Oh,
happening.
your phone.
Boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo, fella.
I don't have a webcam.
What's your background?
All my fellas.
No, it's Numa Numa.
It's planes. This is on topic.
It's a fucking
Why have I been tagged?
parody.
It's a Team Fortress 2 Numa Numa.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I thought it's a plane theme, so I'd stick that on.
Anyway, one of my
What
favorite...
plane was flown into the World Trade Center?
Jesus
It was a
Christ.
Boeing 737.
Really? I thought it was an A380.
No.
I don't
I'd,
think
Someone
I'd
should-
go
someone
for the
should
Ameri-
Google
I'd
that.
go for the Ameri- I'm on the Wikipedia
I
for
don't think it
9/11
was still
attacks
at
right
the
now.
time, mate.
It's-
Someone
think
should
it's
Google that
737.
and get put on a watch
I'm
list.
pretty sure
I
it
think it
I've already googled it.
Was it a 737?
it was a 7.
I don't know.
It was a 7.3, and I think I want to say a 7.5, or no, that can't be right.
I don't remember what 757 looked like.
Guys, I don't know where my Taco Bell party pack is, but it's not here yet.
Citation needed.
Boeing 767.
Oh, 6.
No,
It's a
6-7.
Shit.
Who the
That-
fuck still flies
that-
767s? I thought they
Hi-
retired
What,
those.
United.
Well,
737 still
Arabs.
fly.
Arabs still fly them, I think.
You're right. Yeah, they did do that.
But they flew them into
Only
the
for a little
northern
bit.
tower of the World Trade Center.
Max, like the 737 still fly. Of course, 76 still fly.
And a
What, the
a
Max?
757. So now there was a 757,
Oh, so there was
which-
a 5.
but that was
There's only
flying
100 of them left.
into the Pentagon.
Oh,
Ah.
okay, so I was
I
right.
see.
Just not the ones that hit the towers.
Oh.
Oh, God. Did you know
Good
that?
Yeah.
lord.
Did you know that they've still not released this?
And then there was another 757, which was obviously going for the White House, but
Yeah,
that
but then they
didn't,
put it
didn't,
down.
didn't
in the
make it.
field. Oh,
Alright,
Jesus.
So we've chalked that off the list of those.
So
planes.
what plane do I click on the next
No,
for
so
the next
did you-
Wikipedia
No,
article?
with like 9/11 with the plane that hit the field, obviously like jet fighters are scrambled, like F-16. They went like supersonic to do it.
Yeah.
So it's like, imagine actually like being on the ground and hearing like a military supersonic boom, like ones where like the jets aren't like doing it for an air show shit. They are going full out. Imagine hearing that.
That happens.
that
like,
must be
every
crazy.
Other week over Cornwall, though, I swear. Like, oh, loud boom heard. Someone's trying to break my windows.
Take away the coolest plane in existence, the Conqueror, loud boom.
Can you imagine if the Concorde was used for military service if you adapted?
They should have made it
It
louder.
could have been. They could have adapted it for military service. That'd be like the quickest cargo plane ever. That'd be really
the
useful.
most cursed hybrid in terms of
Uh,
a civilian aircraft.
Imagine a
adapted for
Concorde,
military
a
use.
Concorde cargo plane. That'd be crazy.
That'd be mad.
That's called a
cargo
Hercules,
transport.
mate.
Yeah, because a Hercules can really go supersonic.
They can in Kerbal Space Program.
If you equip it with Concorde engines.
You guys see Boeing said the SR-72 is 3 times faster than the Blackbird,
That's bullshit.
which means it's going to be like at least Mach 6.5 to Mach 9.
Jesus.
What?
Yeah, that's not happening.
What plane?
It's
That is-
literally the SR-72. It's literally in production.
A
Like, they
Blackbird?
literally built it. No, the
Is there
second
any like
Blackbird.
concept
Oh,
images of it yet?
Blackbird
Or
2.
Is it
Oh,
the one
that-
71
isn't
is
it the one that was
Blackbird.
in fucking Top Gun? Is it?
Yes.
Is it,
That,
yeah.
that
Yeah.
It was based off that. It was based off that.
It's based
Or
off
the
of
other way around.
Transformers.
Yeah. So the one in Top Gun was based off the real one.
Oh, you mean
That's
the
cool.
the Top
Oh,
Gun
Jesus.
Maverick one?
Yeah, they made it the real
Yeah, like,
thing.
It's
The
meant
thing,
to go
like
Mark
the one
2
that has like the
or
spool jet.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spool jets, by the way, are so cool. The fact it like isn't a jet engine.
What is
It's
a-
literally like
what is a spool jet?
so basically like when
Ramjet.
planes get up to the speed of that speed, they don't need like a turbine to suck the air in anymore
Oh, it
because
just
they're going at a
pulls it
speed
in.
where the air goes in at that speed anyway.
Oh,
So it's literally just like an open ignition.
that's pretty cool.
That's all it is. Like it's openly igniting the air and fuel. There's like no need for any other material. It just goes in, ignites, power. There's no need for a turbine to suck it in. It's so
Learned
cool.
Something new today.
But obviously, it only works at high speed. So
Well,
it's
yeah,
like
what do you
they
think of,
actually
use
power
they
in
use
quick
jet
enough.
engines to get up to speed,
Yeah, and
a
then swap to-
turbojet, and then turn those off, open up like the
Grab
the
grab
spool.
jets.
the scram
Right.
jets, those are the ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
and it just fucking boosts. It's so cool.
Yeah, I forgot we have a fucking rocket expert in the goddamn call.
I've
Yeah.
literally studied these engines. So
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
cool story.
yeah.
You guys should start fighting on the podcast. I think that'd be really funny.
Yeah, that'd be
Uh,
mad fun.
no,
I'm too.
I think
sorry, I
we should
can't
start
hear you, you're
disconnecting each other.
No.
That'd be
Well,
funny,
one-
I think.
We've been recording for not even 10 minutes. It's not even been 10 minutes yet.
World
I'm-
War One era military biplanes.
Oh shit, they're cool.
Can you imagine if you
The,
There
could...
was
the stop
one
with camel.
i-
Stop with
back
camel.
in-
Stop with
back
camel.
in- What?
Stop
Yeah.
with camel. That's a
What's
really
that?
cool plane. The
I
stop
know.
with camel is like Britain's main
It's the
biplane.
one
It
that
was
well-
really cool.
Snoopy flew in that one...
Real.
in that one episode of Charlie Brown.
What about the Fokker Wolf?
I'm in an
That was a Red
article here
Barons.
about a
Snoopy
World War One era plane loses war against gravity again in brackets, and It's if Military Times had a nickel for each time in the past 6 years that a Kentucky pilot crashed a World War I era biplane and survived, we'd have 15 cents.
15 cents.
I don't know how
15
many
seems
nickels
nice.
to a cent.
3.
3 nickels per cent.
Yeah, that's not a lot, but the fact that it's happened that many times is.
Yeah.
That's a
Interesting.
Doofenshmirtz reference.
It's 45 in 6 years. 45 Kentucky pilots have crashed a World War I era biplane in 6 years.
Trust Jordan with the biplane.
yeah,
Yeah, Jordan, do not trust Jordan.
yeah,
with
he-
That's
he
what we
already
learned from
gets-
today's episode, guys.
He already gets caught speeding in a Mustang. You think what happens if he gets caught speeding in a biplane?
I don't. How do you get caught speeding in a biplane?
You can't speed in a biplane.
Yeah, haven't you heard of like speeding enforced by aircraft? You know,
I
it's just a
don't think a-
faster aircraft that enforces
Those are
it.
fighter jets, bro. They send F-16s after
I
you.
don't think-
Yeah, so they do that for biplanes too.
They drop a JDAM on you if you're speeding.
JDAM, so real.
Yeah, we
You
can talk
know
about
what I find
explosions
crazy
and JDAM.
is that jet fighting nowadays is all over the horizon. Like jet fighters will never like have that Top Gun or Ace Combat type shit combat because it just won't happen because it's all over the horizon missiles.
Top Gun. No, that was a documentary, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. They used
It's
jet
so
fighting
realistic,
gun
guys.
in the 90s.
Top Gun 2.
Civil aerodrome crash. Pilot fractured back in vintage biplane.
Shoreham air crash.
Oh god.
Durham air crash.
Kid-
I'll
11
Google it.
dead.
I'll Google it.
Kid named
Yeah,
the
so-
reason why aircraft
Oh.
aren't allowed to fly directly over grandstands in the United Kingdom.
Oh my god! I
Yeah,
see the
no.
explosion.
They can
I
go
was-
over
I was
but
like-
they can't.
By the way,
Holy
I was there for that. By the
Yeah,
way,
we-
I saw that.
Yeah.
I was like, what, fucking 12?
3 years old.
It meant nothing to me, but I saw it.
That holy fuck!
I didn't like see the actual explosion. I just saw the smoke. To be fair, but because I was in a weird angle. But
Oh wait, Max is streaming something. What is
yeah,
it?
so
I found
basically,
footage
like,
of it.
yeah, there is footage. There's like it was a tornado, like yeah, it was like one of the old like Gen 1 tornadoes or something, or Gen 2, or Gen 3 even. I don't know. Either way, it did like a loop de loop, got far too low to the ground,
Yeah.
and just ran into an intersection.
Max,
Yeah.
what the fuck
Real?
are you watching?
Oh, they cut the video before it hit.
Orangutan boxing.
Orangutan
That is not to do with planes.
in Cambodia. What the fuck?
What's wrong with orangutan boxing, Henry?
Do you reckon an
It's not to do
orangutan-
with planes. Please keep on topic.
Do you reckon an orangutan would be able to fly a Eurofighter? Sorry, I mean a Typhoon.
I think if you gave it like
no.
a day or two, yeah.
If you gave
No.
it a couple
Or a
days,
chimpanzee. No, they're really good. They're really smart. They're great
Are
apes.
they?
Yeah.
It takes
very
humans 6 months to learn to fly those
Yeah,
things.
yeah, give a
Yeah,
monkey 6
those are
years. I'm
humans,
sure he can do
bro.
it.
Those are
No,
humans.
he
Humans are
can't.
stupid. Humans stupid, monkey smart.
That is a hell of a take.
Oh, Travis the monkey learned how to do online gambling. So,
By the way,
This
What am I?
week.
It's gone. What am I
Travis,
looking at?
Travis the chimp did online
It's
gambling.
got a big exclamation point and it says potential spam.
Potential spam.
By the way, at 1:37 in the morning, we have 2 viewers. I don't know if it's you guys, but thank you.
It's not me.
Thank you for
Oh.
tuning in at this random ass time for a podcast.
I'm
I'm
looking. I'm
drunk.
still looking for videos of the Shoreham air crash.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. That was a hell of a move. What?
She's got some footage.
Thing is, all of the clips are on BBC News, and they just cut before the actual crash.
Yeah, it's distressing.
It's boring, guys.
No, it's not. It's funny. I want to see it.
Funny.
Yeah.
11 people died.
Yeah.
That makes it funnier.
Could have been more. Could have been 6 million. You know.
It could have
Alright.
been 2,957.
Okay, shall we
which
get
is
back
when he
onto
died
the-
in 9/11.
Shall we get back onto the plane topics?
Okay.
I'm literally talking about planes.
What's
So-
everyone's favorite plane?
A
Vulcan.
chimpanzee.
Disregarding military.
Vulcan
just
bomber.
of all
Oh
time.
my god.
Yeah,
Military
no,
or
yeah,
civilian?
military.
Or just military.
Joss has seen the video, by the way.
I'm saying military or
I said
civilian.
it the other day.
I don't think you can show that on Twitch, Josh.
Yeah. Look at this shit.
Yeah, don't Cass, don't look.
Cass,
I don't-
fucking show it.
I don't think you can show that on
I'm not-
Twitch.
I'm not showing anything. I'm just.
Look at this.
I've got it in the top corner. I'm just streaming my Discord. What the?
Pretty
Here we
bad
go.
camera work, not gonna lie.
Yeah,
just
sure
saying,
thing,
but-
mate.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was there for that.
Was that a Japanese pilot by any
Henry-
chance?
Henry-
You can see the Brighton and Hove Albion training
Oh,
ground.
Jesus.
So, yeah, it was a bit off target, mate, but
They're trying to get Matoma back.
Did he survive?
Oh, yeah.
The pilot did, yeah.
Yeah, he walked.
Miraculous.
Did he actually?
He ejected
Yeah, the
his
pilot survived.
Yeah.
Jesus, that's
No, he
crazy.
didn't eject. He didn't eject.
I would have.
I was making a funny joke. I didn't
No,
think he
the
actually
pilot
survived.
miraculously killed 11 people but survived.
Yeah.
He's
And
got
then
KD,
he's-
KD of 11.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
KD's pretty good.
Yo, look at the orangutan referee coming in.
That's the thing.
The reason,
I- I am-
like
that's
the
thing,
reason
I'm
he
not gonna die
survived,
with a negative KD.
the reason he
Illustrate.
survived was because like
He
as he
jumped
hit the
before
ground,
he
like
hit
the cockpit he didn't eject. The cockpit like detached as it hit the ground, so it's
Makes sense.
pure luck. Pure luck.
He got thrown out then. Yeah.
No, the cockpit got thrown out.
Oh, so he
Orangutans
got
are fucking
detached from
goofy
the-
ass animals.
They're my favorite animals. What's everyone's favorite
Planes?
animal?
No, I
Planes?
wanted to answer the.
There was
favorite.
There was an orangutan that
Let's
worked
focus.
like for Warner Bros in like the 1920s.
Warner
That's quite
Bros.
cool.
Man just said
Did they
Warner
pay him?
Bros.
I
That's-
can't remember.
that's just
I
what
can't
they
remember
call
what they
those
did.
people
Just
back
say
then.
Warner Brothers.
What
They
will?
didn't call them orangutans. They called them-
Oh.
I'm just talking about the past and the
Anyway,
What other
horrific things that our
plane?
Watching
ancestors
this
used to
get
do.
Googled in my top left corner.
It was an actor. It was called like
Oh, sweet Jesus. And this is where we end the
Anyway.
podcast after 16 minutes. Thanks for watching.
Joe Martin.
no,
That was
no,
it. His
no.
name was Joe Martin. The orangutan was
Isn't
called
that-
Joe Martin.
Wasn't that the actor for Doctor Who?
My guy
No,
Joe.
I don't think an orangutan played Doctor Who.
That would be so based. I would actually watch Doctor Who if an orangutan played Doctor
Joe
Who.
Martin,
Don't
the
watch Doctor Who.
orangutan.
You what?
He
Don't watch
appeared.
Doctor
He
Who.
appeared in at least 50 American films in the silent film era.
That's quite cool.
Apparently.
We
Like,
watch one. Can you look one up?
He was a
You know what I love
world-famous
is-
actor.
You know
Look
who
it
I
up.
love? Gregory Peck. Now he's a good actor.
He
By the way, do you like
pushed-
my art
but-
background?
Can you look up the
Um,
story about
fuck's sake.
Wait, the fucking orangutan's name was Gregory Peck.
No,
No,
no.
Joe Martin.
Is he related
Oh.
to Josh Peck?
But this apparently he got paid $100 a day
That's a lot of money back then.
back for 1920.
That's a lot of money back
What, the
then.
monkey got paid that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the orangutan got paid.
That's mad. Oh yeah, the ape.
My hair's all fucked up.
That's cool.
Look at mine. Mine's swag right now.
Just gonna change that background.
In 1919, Joe Martin attended a screening of his own film called Monkey Stuff. And
What is this to do
Joe
with
Joe
planes?
Martin wore a Palm Beach suit, carried a cane, and clapped his hands frequently and
That's
laughed
very odd.
monkey laughs whenever anything struck him as being particularly good.
Sweet Jesus.
All
This
right, shall we-
This orangutan is so
Oh, look at the! Oh, he's off the top rope.
Later on, he escaped and went on a multi-day rampage in which he wrecked an assistant trainer's quarters. He released 15 wolves from a zoo,
Wolves?
freed an elephant, and just caused havoc. Joe
There are
Martin.
15 wolves inside of you.
Joe Martin was then
What?
fired and executed for treason.
They are eating you.
What happened in the end? I can't remember.
He probably got killed.
After some
was
time,
put
Joe
down.
Martin was found sleeping in the warm sand of a dry creek bed near the studio. He just got bored and went to sleep.
That's literally you.
He went and caused chaos and then got bored and went to sleep.
Literally Josh.
Me at the Rolex 24. That's literally what happened. Like, I think.
Did he
like-
ever get in a plane? It's 1990. It's
Well,
possible.
this is so based, right? So apparently
Oh,
there was another film, and in the scene it was meant to be a hard-fried miner spanked a child.
What?
While the scene's choreography prevented the child from being injured, Joe Martin thought he was getting attacked, and so he went and attacked the actor that was hitting the child. He grabbed the actor around the ankles, tripped him up with a flying tackle. And then Joe Martin, the orangutan, stood over him, grinning evilly with his teeth out. Oh my god!
Anyway, here's.
We don't deserve monkeys, bro.
this
We
is
don't
my
deserve them.
favourite plane.
Look at him in his suit. Look at
that's
him in his
not a
suit.
plane. That's a
No,
spacecraft.
it's a plane because it lands.
It's a space plane, actually.
Yeah. it's-
We
Space
don't-
plane.
What, Joe Martin, the space plane?
Which
no,
one is
we're
it?
talking about-
No, we're talking about
Is
the
that
space shuttle,
Discovery?
I guess.
I think so.
It's the
Right.
Challenger.
Not
Oh.
not Columbia then. So, fun fact about space planes is
Yes.
Joe Martin
So-
ended his career being
Shut
diagnosed
up.
as incurably
Shut up.
insane.
Here we go.
Guys, we're reading about Joe Martin.
No.
No, we're talking about planes. This is a plane.
No, we're reading
podcast.
about Joe Martin.
I don't know, man. I'm just going to sleep.
I'm
Okay,
gonna-
bye, Will. You're not even
Everybody-
contributing.
I know.
Everybody look at my
I know
stream.
because I'm sleepy. Goodbye.
Bye.
Well, bye then.
Right.
We lost one of our members.
Yeah. So the thing is about space planes is obviously when they re-enter, they've got to have like their base. It's like all like covered in heat protection panels and
Tiles
stuff. Of
and
course.
such, yeah.
Yeah, tiles. So
Sure hope they don't fall off on launch.
what I want to know is like they're made of what, like fucking ceramic or something.
Yeah, the
I don't
ceramic
know.
tiles.
Yeah, ceramic
I
tiles. So it's
suspect
like
ceramic, obviously, but yeah.
theoretically, does that mean I could like throw them at a wall and they shatter like a plate?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, a piece of ice can break them, as
Yeah.
evidenced by one
We learned that.
Mhm.
mission. If it's big enough and hitting it at a high enough velocity. So yeah, I'd say yes, you could. Are you reaching?
I mean, if I hit you at a high enough velocity, I'd probably break you.
You've got ham up. Let's go.
Yeah, we're
It's chimps
bringing
on.
some chimps.
Yo.
All right, this is relevant though, sort of. I mean,
I mean,
planes
he
are kind of
flew on a
spacecraft.
redstone rocket.
All right,
which-
Joss.
Did you
Time
know
to read.
They fed him banana pellets to let him know he was
Did
pushing
you
the
know
right buttons.
they also gave him weed
Yeah, that's true.
and let him smoke a joint before flying to keep him calm?
That's
My
so
favorite,
real.
Do you reckon
My
that in
favourite-
space he jacked himself off? Because
Oh,
chimps jack him off
he-
all.
Oh, here we go. He's bringing up the Master Chief thing. He's literally ripping off another podcast.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about. Do you reckon he actually had like jacked off himself?
It is proven that animals like monkeys do masturbate or
Yeah,
masturbate even. So,
all the
yeah.
time.
Depending what
Yeah, so
region of
then
the
yes,
King
probably.
But do you reckon he did it in space?
Who knows? He's
That's-
no, probably not, because he was probably a bit stressed.
Push
even
your
if he was
glasses up,
probably-
nerd. Tell what monkeys jacking off.
He sounded exactly.
It's been statistically proven.
What?
That's literally how you sound.
I'm drunk. When I get drunk, I get very nerdy.
Very. One small step. The story of.
All right, Joss,
Space
get drunk.
chimps, that
We
was
need to
good,
counteract it.
by the way.
I don't have any alcohol here.
That was
Yeah,
amazing.
my favorite plane is like nuclear bombers. Like any plane
What?
that can
Like
drop
a
a nuclear.
B-52, a super fortress, maybe.
B-52, Vulcan, any plane that can drop a nuclear weapon.
What are your thoughts on the first one that could do that?
Enola Gay.
Yeah.
What
No,
type
again,
of
my
plane
brother.
was-
Can't say that, Slow.
What type of plane was Enola Gay?
It was a super fortress. I forget.
All right, my food's here. Be back.
Hold on, give
Right.
me 2 seconds. I'm curious.
51?
It was a B-29,
29? Oh shit.
but
Yeah,
it,
no,
but
that's
it was
like-
covered in foil to reflect. The
Yeah, because it
blast.
was not designed for nukes.
No,
no.
but it was big enough to carry one. Which
Yeah,
is the funny thing. It was the only one at the time big enough to carry it. I
Oh,
know that.
What I find really interesting is like the Vulcans, which were made for nuclear bombing. So not like the camo pattern one in the Falklands. The actual
The
ones
white
made for strategic nuclear bombings were like painted white.
Yeah.
Because it was like they were meant to like completely blend into the sky from below and the ground from above, and it was had to then reflect the blast. It's so cool.
It's pretty cool, to be fair.
But meanwhile, the Americans opted to paint all their nuclear bombers
Black.
silver.
Well, they were silver,
Silver, wasn't it?
initially, and then they made them
Yeah.
black.
But then we opted for white. I found that really interesting.
Yeah. I think they just thought if you cover it in enough aluminium foil, you can survive an atomic.
Cover yourself in foil.
you can survive an atomic blast and not end up like a
No.
cooked burrito.
That's the
Well,
gist
I
of it.
mean, Indiana Jones stuck himself in a lead-lined fridge and he survived. So you know.
Yeah, but did they use an actual explosion?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's true. Steven Spielberg says it was a practical effect.
Ah,
it was real.
just like
It's an
Christopher
actual
Nolan's
nuclear bomb test.
Trinity
Like
test.
they tore up the atmospheric nuclear testing treaty just so Steven
What, the
Spielberg could film that.
non-proliferation?
No, not non-proliferation, the atmospheric
Oh, the
tests.
atmosphere. Oh yeah, because you're only technically allowed to test them underground.
Yeah,
Because
but-
you can't
yeah.
test them underwater, in air, or in space. That is
Correct.
international law.
Yeah.
Go figure.
So it was like
How you enforce that.
I think they tore that up just for Steven Spielberg to do it for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
And
What
then
about what
They
about
hadn't, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. They hadn't got round to it before
Oppenheimer?
Christopher Nolan. That's what I'm saying. They hadn't got round to rewriting it, and then because of that, Christopher Nolan's taken advantage of it and done it as well. So there's actually been 2 atmospheric nuclear weapons tests since it was torn up. One by Steven Spielberg and one by Christopher Nolan.
It's pretty crazy, to be
Me
what
when I
happened?
make shit up on the internet.
Who did what now?
Fuck reading stuff on the internet.
They're doing one.
Make stuff up now.
They're also doing another test, and it's at the Rolex 24
Oh,
2024.
yeah, that's called the Sunset.
What the?
No, they are dropping a nuke.
Oh, well, yeah, that's me and Joss doing that because
Yeah.
we didn't get to be included.
Are you undertaking that in a B-29 body shots?
I'll be doing it from a biplane.
Oh my god,
How the
Snoopy.
How the fuck are you carrying that in a pipe?
I'm just putting my hands over the side and just
That's some
holding it
Davy
like that.
Crockett shit. You're gonna launch that in a briefcase. Oh Jesus.
I mean, if Davy Crockett could still probably like level Daytona International Speedway.
Oh, easily, yeah. The grandstands.
David
for sure.
Crockett's were like they are so tiny that it's such big
And
explosions.
they did the test where you could launch it from a mortar and still
Yeah.
have a nuclear detonation.
Like the thing is, right? People always forget. Like people talk about the nuclear missiles, which are obviously like the highest like warheads, the most powerful warheads. But in the Cold War, these fuckers had like nuclear artillery shells and nuclear torpedoes and shit like that. So it's like everything was nuclear.
don't
If
remember
war
that
broke
being
out,
really.
an artillery gun could fire nuclear artillery shells. So just artillery gun, bang, and then a whole city leveled from a fucking artillery gun. I think that's crazy.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, like a nuclear torpedo. Like during the Cuban Missile Crisis, talk about that submarine, like the whole one where they thought war was started and they're about to do something. They weren't about to like send up a nuclear missile to hit Florida or shit. They're about to send a nuclear torpedo to hit a US carrier group.
Yeah.
So it would have just dink onto the side of one of the escorts and just fucking blown. It was a torpedo or it's an artillery shell. It's not just ICBMs or plane bombers and shit. That was in everything.
I can't remember if it was the Cuban Missile Crisis or a separate incident, but there was like one guy that was manning a radio station near Moscow.
Yeah, that was
somewhere in Russia.
That was like in the 80s, I
It
think.
was almost down to him the fact that
Yeah.
something wasn't launched.
Well, yeah, because that detected like 5 missiles. Like his radar station detected
yeah, it was
5
radar,
US
wasn't it?
missiles,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Well, what the fuck? Why are they only sending 5? If they're doing a first
Yeah.
strike, surely
It
they'd
should
send
be
fucking everything."
At least 50.
So
if not
he
50.
said 5. That's suspicious. I don't think that's accurate.
Yeah,
And he took a gamble. Essentially, he
with
didn't report it.
reporting, yeah.
He didn't report it to his superiors, and it wasn't true. But it's like being that guy, that was a gamble. What if it was 5? And what if the US sent 5 missiles and was about to fucking wipe Moscow?
I don't
If he
know.
didn't
No,
warn
so
them,
when I finally nuke Russia, only sent 5 missiles.
yeah, real.
That's all it takes. One for
Yeah.
each. One for each city.
I mean, bear in mind, of course, missiles have MIRVs now, so it's like each missile has 8 warheads.
It breaks up. Yeah.
So it's like 5 missiles could probably 5 times 8, so it's like 40 cities
You guys
wiped.
see this guy in my video?
Yeah, I'm watching this on the side, trying to pay attention to the conversation. But there was also, I'm not sure if it was the same. It was probably a separate incident, but there was a thing where I think there was like a scientific, rocket or something fired or launched from Norway, and I think Russia or someone in the Eastern Bloc detected it, and it was like, is this a nuke? And then
I mean, it's even like
there had to be a couple
it's even
phone
like-
calls.
yeah, well, it's even like Able Archer, where
Yeah.
the West just did a fucking exercise and Russia shat itself.
Yeah, it's pretty mad.
Big dumb Russians.
False alarms here and there. But I know there was definitely one. I can't remember what it was, but it was definitely out of Norway or some. I want to say Norway. It was like a scientific rocket or like a satellite launch, and then the Russians thought it might be a nuke, and it's like, here we go. Or the Soviets. It was definitely the Soviets. It's like, let's just think. This is one tiny little thing.
I mean-
it a nuclear warhead?
Where did the monkey go?
I don't know.
Where did he go?
It's shit like the radar of a spy satellite. They like either see the fucking moon and think it's a missile, or they see like the sun reflecting off a cloud and go, "Yeah, that's a missile." It's like, fucking what? Cold War technology, man.
It's pretty. I'm pretty sure like one of the initial. Or I've got it in my brain. I'm probably making up an urban or like reinforcing an urban myth that one of. I want to say it was Nagasaki. The original target couldn't be targeted
Yeah.
because of weather, because of cloud cover.
Yeah.
They couldn't.
Because of
target.
clouds.
And even then,
So-
they still missed where they were meant to
Yeah.
aim for by
So-
at least 10 miles, I think. The
I find that
epicenter.
crazy that like 100, like I don't know how many people died. Thousands of people were
700,000.
saved. Thousands of people were saved, and other thousands of people had their fate sealed by
Because of
some
the
clouds. Yeah.
It's mad.
It's just crazy. And I mean, as I've said, I'm like an outspoken critic about Oppenheimer. I didn't think it was a very good film, but that whole discussion about like where they were
Kyoto.
talking like, oh, which one's doing? They said Kyoto, and it's like, oh, it's cultural. Plus, it was my wife's honeymoon. It's like, what the fuck? That's thousands of people you're talking about, and
Also,
you're
that
talking about
was
your fucking
a,
wife's honeymoon.
That line was
Holy
not
shit.
true because
Holy shit, Tax here for the podcast. No way.
He's muted.
Oh, he's muted.
He's here because we're
Oh.
talking about.
Sorry, I had to go for a
War and
piss.
Oppenheimer.
Where we at right now?
We're talking about
Uh,
nuking Nagasaki.
Nuke,
We're
yeah.
talking about
Yeah,
Nagasaki.
oh.
Again, we're talking about doing it again, by the way.
Deserved.
What the?
Oh,
Henry just.
Goodbye, Henry.
Henry left briefly to think about it.
Henry, let's do some research.
And also,
I did some research and I said it's viable.
another thing. Which
Hack
I-
disconnected one user from voice.
God. Another thing I know off the top of my head is because of the relief and the fact it was more hilly for Nagasaki, it didn't kill as many people because it absorbed more of the blast.
Podcast guest.
Anyway, we have
Yeah, our first guest on the podcast.
Pig liaison officer.
Ike, what is your opinion on nuking Nagasaki for a second time?
Get that man a beer.
Yeah.
Real.
So
Anyway,
that's a yes. from
And
an
there goes
American.
our first guest.
Thank you very much.
At least-
he knows what he's talking
so
about.
this means that Hiroshima gets off lightly.
There's nothing there in Hiroshima now, is there, to bother
There's
nuking
nothing
it?
there in
I think-
Nagasaki.
I think we should nuke Tokyo, to be honest.
What?
You'll need a good number of nukes for that.
And
It's huge.
Kyoto.
Yeah, it's
Like,
the largest metropolitan.
Kyoto is like part of Tokyo nowadays because it's just
Um,
Tokyo's so big.
Yeah. I do want to go there one day. That'd be very
Tokyo
cool.
is the largest metropolitan area in the world, so good luck.
Yeah, and then Shanghai second, I think.
It's up there. Yeah.
I do plan on going to Japan.
Same.
What the hell?
I hear it's
Have
lovely.
you seen what Tax said? Tax said
Yeah.
he's going to go rape a $5 Applebee's Long Island.
What, iced tea?
Yep.
That's real. That's real.
I've never had
Stick his
that,
dick
but
in
I
it.
just assumed it was iced tea.
Just iced tea.
The alcoholic variety.
I wonder what like
Yes. It's. I don't think there's any iced tea in it. It's just it's just loads of alcohol.
Applebee's has $1 margaritas and $12 unlimited boneless wings.
should we try and get back to
I was
planes?
gonna say, I love how we turned that corner going from atomic bombings to margarita.
Can you get arrested for drunk flying?
Yes. I
Is
believe
there a
that
law against
Yeah,
it?
it's like
Are you
But how do they pull you over?
Depends, are you serving in the Air Force?
No, they just kind of wait for you to land. They can't really
But
do
then
that.
you,
What if
what,
I
if you, what, if,
don't
what, if, what, if- what if you sober up and just land somewhere else?
Thank you for
But
the follow. I just realised I got followed by someone 13 minutes ago.
You what?
thanks for the follow.
I got a new follow.
Welcome to the
watch me.
podcast.
Thanks for the follow.
Cheers, man.
Poor choice to follow this.
I'm for it to be you. I'll boo.
So
I feel like I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to wear this black tie like every podcast now because it's like part of
just
the
with
bit.
any outfit, just have the tie.
but it's not streamed.
Yes, it is.
What?
Yeah,
It's
like
on-
the
we're live on
Discord.
Twitch.
We've been on
The
Twitch
cameras
for
are
the
streamed live
last
on Twitch.
38
Oh.
minutes, mate.
Yeah, but no, but I didn't know like our faces were streamed.
Well, until you turn your
Yeah.
camera off, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not turning it back on then.
That's crazy.
You are such a
You
coward.
know what?
I can't be bothered.
He's out.
Whoa, no, let's not do this. Let's not do this.
He's out.
The urge to just
No,
delete
let's
this
not
voice
do this.
channel.
Let's not do this. So
The urge
planes,
was there.
planes,
planes.
planes.
Anyway, my favourite
So-
plane.
Anyways, look at
Yeah.
this gorilla.
No, can I
Shut
go
up.
back-
What's your
Korea.
favorite plane?
can
What's your
I-
favourite
can I
plane?
go back to the subject?
What's my favorite plane?
No.
Yeah, go on.
excuse me.
Whoever's.
Probably the
Rag-
F-22.
Orangutan.
And what's yours, Kaz?
Honestly, it probably has to be the Queen of the Skies. It's probably the 747.
747.
Yep.
Good pick.
In terms of
It's so
overall-
sad
in
that they've
terms
all
of-
retired,
in
to be
terms
fair.
of overall, that's it. And if it's military, it's the FA-18 because
Alright,
it's an old
yeah,
type.
'cause
I'd
the-
say
the-
Harrier jump jets because they're
I-
based.
My love, yeah. No, but 747s are like
If we're talking civilian, it's probably the A320
bad
for
when they're
me.
gone.
I don't know enough about planes to talk about them like
I
this.
the 747 is just like such a classic plane. It's classy. I think like are there
Biplane.
any companies that are still flying 747s?
What in terms of commercial like,
Yeah.
passenger jets.
I know, like all the mainline ones have retired
Yeah,
it because
they've
Boeing
mostly
recommended it to them.
grounded it. I'm
Like
not
Boeing
sure.
said
There's gotta be at
they're
least a
old.
few. I'm looking this
But
up.
yeah, I was wondering if like maybe some of the smaller brands are still running them. Like I
must
don't
be
know,
a few.
Qatar or something.
24.
Wait, what are they running?
active.
The 747s, if any are left.
There's only
I know
10 in regular service.
They
Apparently,
use them for
Uh,
cargo.
Yeah, true.
yeah, what Josh said, 24. Well, that's what Google
It's
says.
Yeah, and only 10 in general. So Asiana Airlines operates
Mm.
I
one.
was gonna say it's probably gonna be the more.
Yeah, so
far
all the smaller airlines are kind of still running them, but
Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake!
What?
There's
go on this website,
13
the first thing it
currently
says,
in VIP service for government and military
it's a
transport.
picture of one.
Yeah, one of
Orlando
them's Air Force One.
International. God damn it.
like if you think about it, of course there is a 747 in the air. It's Air Force One.
Well, yeah, two of them technically.
Yeah, there are. Is there only two of them? I swear there might be more.
Air Force 2.
There are two 747s that alternate the duty.
But there's also the emergency
And
plane.
the
Did
extra-
you know that
yeah.
Air Force One isn't even the definition of a plane? It's just whatever plane that the
Yes,
president
correct.
is on.
Yes.
And that's what Air Force Two is the
Just saying.
designation of a plane the vice president is on.
Anymore, it's Marine one.
Do you think that the Air Force One could withstand a kinetic impact missile from
No.
space?
No, I don't.
I was gonna say if you bring up the fact
From
that
space?
it's space worthy again, I sort of.
I think the
Yeah, you know,
I
like
think
in COD backups.
no, it
No, in
couldn't.
Ghosts.
A
in COD
Mac round.
Ghosts.
You're talking about a Mac
No,
round.
not a Mac round. A kinetic impact missile.
Yeah, essentially a
different.
Mac round.
Do you reckon you
It's
could-
different. It uses a kinetic impact missile uses gravity to accelerate it.
Oh, I think it would shred it into five
Yeah, 'cause it's
gajillion
Why is
pieces.
Henry having a seizure?
I was snoring because it's like such a nerd thing to say. It's the same thing, like big missile from space, which is quick.
Do you
Like-
reckon you could
Yeah, but
convert?
one's fired,
couldn't
one's
survive that.
magnetically accelerated, one's
Yeah,
dropped.
but both
Yeah,
like
one's
shatter
not a
the crust
missile,
of
one's
the
just
Earth.
a projectile.
Yeah, both shatter the crust of the Earth.
Yeah.
So I don't think a plane's going to survive that.
Well,
you
they're clearly not protecting the president well enough. So,
Not got very good armor, does it?
no.
It doesn't have much armor. I'm sure it's got like, planes can't really because they need to fly. They can't really have any armor.
I'd imagine.
I
Okay,
think Air Force
guys.
One couldn't
Look at these
stomach
orangutans
a
on
missile.
Megan's stream.
Do you reckon
I
they-
don't think like if a missile hit Air Force One,
reckon
I
it
think
has
it would
flares
crash.
and
Like
chokes.
it will, yeah, it'll have countermeasures, but it doesn't have fucking anti-missile armor like
Guys,
a
who do you
GTA.
think would be a better
Planes don't
president,
do
this
that.
orangutan or Joe Biden?
I think
this
Joe
orangutan.
Biden's actually controlled by a small chimpanzee.
True.
Probably.
Stilts in a skin suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just know one thing. I didn't vote for him.
He didn't vote.
Who did you vote for?
I didn't vote at all.
You
There
didn't
we
do a
go.
postal.
In the last one. Not the last one anyway. No.
What state do you vote for? Like because you like use your former state, don't you? If you're a citizen in a foreign country.
No.
Can you
Oh.
vote?
Oh no, you vote in like you're
Yes.
like a foreign electoral college, aren't you? Like
Essentially,
just
it's a
separate.
separate
They just ignore you, basically.
field. Pretty much. I mean,
No.
it's no, Josh, that is the electoral college.
Yeah, like I swear you're like the 51st state because you're like
Basically,
foreigners.
I'm
Yeah,
like, I'm like what Puerto Ricans wish they were.
yeah.
That's
So
a
you
joke.
can vote for the president, but you don't really count as an
But I
electoral college
I'm
function.
not a resident for a state.
Yeah.
Imagine being
Yeah.
Puerto Rican. You're just forgotten about.
Well, like Guam.
Unless you're in,
the Marshall
unless you're in
Islands.
the, unless you're in fucking Nashua.
What? What are you gonna say?
If you're in
Go on.
Nashua.
Say it.
I didn't say anything.
That
There are a
orangutan
lot
is
of
just
there are a lot of
vibing right
Puerto
now.
Ricans in Nashua. Dude, when Ryan's car broke down and we were in like the roughest part of Nashua,
fearing
and
for
he
your
said keep a lookout, and I was thinking, what am I gonna do? Like, huh?
Run.
Shot.
Keep a lookout. Yeah, okay. 5 guys with guns sharp and want to steal the Corvette. What am I gonna do?
Breaking news: Henry shot dead in Nashua.
Henry was down in the street.
Right. Do you guys have fun talking about
No, you guys-
planes?
Right.
This guy.
I've got to go to sleep to go fight some people tomorrow at a judo comp.
Fair enough.
I'm literally trooping in cosplay tomorrow, and I'm still on here.
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
Yes, it does. I literally fight civilians when I want to.
But that doesn't. No.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
not
gonna be
not quite the
hungover
same.
tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah, you man up, Henry. Just grow up.
What the?
Stop being hungover. Grow up.
All right then. Right, so
Anyway,
planes.
yeah. Back to planes.
Da,
Do you reckon
da,
you could
da,
retrofit
da.
a 747 to be a rocket plane, essentially?
Probably.
No,
Could you try to make it? So
I
it
mean,
resembles a space
747s have
shuttle?
carried rockets, haven't they? So
Well, they've carried rocket planes.
have you seen that, like the opening of like one of the James Bond movies where like the space shuttle just like activates on top of the 747?
I've not, but no,
Yeah.
I'm
It just
intrigued to
fires its
see what
it
90s
fires its
CGI.
fucking it fires its orbital like rockets.
Oh, so the top two, not the.
Oh no, sorry, no, it fires the big three
Oh, you
actually.
mean the main three, right? Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
'cause
It
I've
fires
got
the main three while on top of the 747, which just
Right.
causes the 747 to fucking
my monkey
explode.
brain when you said orbital ones. I thought you meant the D-orbit two that go at the top.
No, I meant the ones which get them to orbit.
Ah, the ones that use the fuel tank to actually.
Yeah, so it's a
Power
bit
on.
stupid. Like James Bond was a bit. They got that a bit wrong. Like,
A little bit. I'm intrigued to see this now. You'll have to send me that.
oh yeah.
Have to give
Let
it a
me
watch.
find it.
Do a live reaction on the podcast whilst I'm watching a couple of orangutans. Have you guys ever
If
seen
my
an
YouTube guys.
orangutan in real life?
No, I saw a
No.
badger in real life today.
Because I have.
I
You
saw a
saw
badger,
what now?
a badger, and a deer. So while we
They're
were waiting for
back.
the
Wait,
bus,
there are deers in this one?
well, while we were waiting for the bus, which was 2 hours late, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
We
2
so
hours. How
our
bad is
university
the bus
campus is like
service?
our university campus is like in quite a green area. So we saw like a deer crossing the road,
Good lord.
and then like we were walking to a different bus stop.
And then it stood
And,
up on two legs and
we
walked into the woods.
literally, yeah, we literally saw like a badger like
Wait,
sitting
yeah,
by a
keep
tree,
going.
and it was like that's the first like living badger I've ever seen. I've only seen roadkill before. Like,
We get a lot of beavers around here.
Yeah, we don't really get those around.
Beavers and muskrats. What animals do we have that you guys don't? You guys have bears?
Raccoons,
possums.
probably.
You have possums.
Raccoons?
You guys don't have raccoons?
No, not naturally.
What?
Anyway.
That's crazy.
Not that. What am I saying here? Domestically. That's what I meant.
All right, I'm gonna stream the space shuttle soon.
I feel like I'm probably the only person in Croftyposting that's actually seen an orangutan in person.
Yeah, I haven't.
Probably Joss has. He's gone to a zoo, I'm sure.
No, but I'm not talking about a zoo.
Are you watching the stream?
Moonraker.
Right, this is like a space
this
shuttle on
the-
top of. It's Moonraker.
We should pass over the English coast 15 minutes ahead of time, sir.
Wow. This clip
With this load on our back, that's
is
good
presented
going.
by Today's podcast.
Trust the
episode
RAF,
brought to you by magazine. Oh, it's flying at nothing.
It's also the RAF. Bit weird.
You guys have
Yeah.
space shuttles?
No,
In an
this is
alternate-
just James Bond. Right, the thing about James Bond, Max, is they really suck off the British, like heavily.
He looks a lot like Director Cronin.
Look, apparently, like they can hijack a
Director
space shuttle,
Krennic.
like
They just snuck into a space shuttle?
yeah, like while it's on the back
I
of
mean,
a plane.
if
It's
you
pretty
hide in
weird.
the hole
And they know how
of
to-
ignition,
The hell is that?
Shuttle
I
ignition.
think it's the shuttle ignition.
the fact that the ignition is-
Look, like oh,
How did it disconnect? What the fuck was that? Also,
I know.
Henry.
Yeah.
I can't help but notice the living tombstone.
funny.
I swear, if that's join us.
I was watching the animatronic family
Son of a bitch! It was fucking. hell.
because it was the fucking like I saw like the like the Burger King kid doing like that
Yes.
or whatever. I saw like apparently like I saw something saying like they
It references
put
it
that in the
in the
animation.
animated,
So I was like, I'm gonna
yes.
watch that and find out.
Thing is,
And it was like,
I've
yeah,
never played the games. I've not seen the movie, and yet I know that.
Yeah. same.
Yes. Oh, jeez. As I've said before, most.
Yeah.
of
So as I said, like that clip is a bit weird.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense for not only igniting the engines on top of a shuttle carrier, but also decoupling in the process. I
Yeah.
mean, I guess enough force would do that, but it
Yeah.
didn't have fuel tanks in the orbiter to actually ignite the engines.
Maybe it was like a fuel tank in the Boeing 747.
It was sharing fuel.
Also, like, it gives the assumption that they hijacked that space shuttle and then like flew it somewhere else. It's like that thing cannot fly.
Yeah,
That's a brick.
yeah. It doesn't fly. It falls with style, and it literally they do.
The
call
only
it a
reason
brick.
it glides, the
It
only
falls
reason
through
it
the ground.
glides, the only reason it glides is because it's going at the speed of a deorbit. It
Yes.
would not glide at the speed of an aircraft. It would fall. It would just
It can't take off, but it can.
its
land.
wings would not have the lift at that speed.
No, it basically has enough to be able to go flat enough to bring the landing gear down.
Yeah.
That's how much lift it has. It can't do anything
Yeah,
else but
at,
free fall.
at the speed of a deorbit, of
to
course.
go,
Like,
to basically fall at 45 degrees and go like that.
yeah, it couldn't do that from like an aircraft.
And belly
Basically, James Bond got it all wrong,
belly
and we're
flop
nerds.
onto one of the few locations. Which
Speaking
is
of which, Max, your background's got some cool like planes.
planes. Yeah, that's the Thunderbirds.
It's doing a firework display. The Red Arrows do that as well.
That is not the Red Arrows. That is the Thunderbirds.
I know, but I'm saying the Red Arrows
which
do
use
it.
F-16s, by the way, to tie back into the planes.
Red Arrows use Hawk T2s, which are no, sorry, they
Boring.
use Hawk T1s. So the Hawks are like
Fuck
training
these.
aircraft for the UK. So this is why I don't like the Red Arrows, because they don't even use actual like military purpose aircraft.
No, they use
They
trainers.
use training aircraft. I just think that's silly.
It's the most budget thing.
Stick them in typhoons. That means business.
What the fuck is a kilometer?
Real.
Can you imagine?
I agree.
if you had
We
to-
don't use kilometers much unless we're
This is
running.
the 500, right? Yeah, this is the 500.
Yeah.
We only
because
use we only use kilometers if we're doing jogging.
You wouldn't have that kind of crowd or a flyover for the 24, as we all know.
That's sad.
It was a letdown.
The better race.
Maybe next year.
Doubtful.
Yeah, I doubt it. I'll bring an RC plane.
There was a good crowd for the 24. It just wasn't like this.
It's decent. It's just obviously not Daytona 500.
Not worthy
Yeah.
of having a flyover by the Thunderbirds, apparently. They were busy. Not even the Blue Angels.
Or a
were-
flyover by like anything.
Which I think are the
Like
superior
you'd think
flyovers.
like the local like Air Force base would just send a single fucking plane over or something.
Yeah, if you had like a carrier, like a troop transport or something.
They did
Yeah,
a
it's just-
flyover at New Hampshire.
Did they?
Yeah.
of what?
I think it was a strato tanker.
They pretty much
Real.
do one. At
It was
every-
big, I know that.
If not every, at least every other IndyCar race, they do one, don't they? With like either a tanker or a transport. or
I'm
a
pretty
couple
sure
of
they do
fighters.
flyovers for pretty much any major sport event, and apparently
Just-
IMSA's not one of those.
Just not the Rolex 24.
Yeah,
because
no, but I think it's just IMSA in general. Like they do it for
it's not-
NASCAR
it's
on
not
pretty
big
much every
enough.
race.
It's not
They
big
do
Did
it
we get a
for-
flyover at Glen? I think we got a flyover at Glen.
I think.
Oh, fair enough.
It's just not.
But they do it for like almost all NASCARs. They do it for most NFLs. They do it for
and
Yeah.
most baseball.
Some IndyCar.
Like, yeah,
And the Super Bowl. Definitely
yeah,
the
yeah,
Super Bowl.
very much. in
They
the
don't
Super
do it
Bowl.
for hockey.
No,
We
they
just
don't.
get the
No,
fat band.
because
Because
it's
you're indoors.
They should do it anyway.
Did we just say that at the same time?
You
Yeah.
just hear it.
You
You just hear that.
open up the roof and try and.
What, like in the tennis?
Or just like if it.
They
was
should
a-
do it at Wimbledon. Like when the guy's about to do his first serve, just a fucking jet goes over.
I was gonna say, if it's like
distracts
the,
them.
It feels like the Principality. You could try and dip like through the open roof. And
Oh my
yeah,
God.
just like do a
That sounds
do a
dangerous.
dive and pull up through an open roof stadium, or Wembley or some shit.
Wembley
Fucking
through the arch,
holy shit. Or you could be
which
like,
wouldn't work because of all
wasn't
the
there-
struts.
Wasn't
But
there that one guy in a jet that flew through?
Yeah,
the
Tower Bridge.
Yeah, you.
yeah,
read
so
my mind.
Max, you'll like this story. So, in the
He
1960s, I
says-
think it was.
Actually, no, you tell the
Or the,
story.
yeah, in the 1960s, the RAF was celebrating, in inverted commas, its 50th anniversary.
By not telling
And when I say celebrating, they weren't doing shit. And this one pilot was pretty pissed off at that because it's like, this the RAF, like they defended the UK more than arguably either other armed forces in World War II.
Mhm.
Like,
Definitely the
the
second one, yeah.
50th anniversary is worth something for it. So he was a pilot of a fast jet, Tornado, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
And he decided, you know what, I'll put on my own display then.
Based.
So what he did, he got in his plane and flew to London in the plane to the River Thames and started flying down the River Thames at pretty decent speed. Once he reached the Houses of Parliament, he orbited the Houses of Parliament, knowing that there was the House of Commons was in session at the time. So he made all the windows rattle with his plane
Oh,
to distract them, essentially.
Mhm.
and then he then continued along the Thames. When he passed the RAF Memorial, which is like our primary RAF Memorial, as you'd expect, he like dipped his wings as he did it. So he like turned the plane to dip the wings as he went past, show respect. But he carried on down the Thames. And then he apparently, like he did an interview afterwards, he realized like as he was passing like London Bridge, which is the bridge before Tower Bridge, he realized, oh shit, Tower Bridge is next. And Tower Bridge is the famous one, like with the towers, like with the beam on the top. He's like, oh shit. All right, fuck it, I'll go through it. Like he decided this spur of the moment, this wasn't planned. So he just went, fuck it, I'll go through it. And so he went through it at a pretty alarming speed.
Slow-paced.
So then he eventually he then left. I think he then went to a few other towns just to do some buzzes, essentially, and then landed at the place he took off. Obviously arrested at landing because everyone knew where he was.
Yeah. It's not hard to
But the public outcry for him being arrested was so great that the RAF had to essentially back down on it, and they still kicked him out of the RAF as you'd expect, but
Yeah.
they just kicked him out. They didn't arrest him.
Also-
They gave him an honourable discharge. It wasn't dishonourable. They just said, right, we're going to sweep you under the rug. We're going to let you go quietly. No more controversy. Just go. And he went,
Real.
yeah, we'll do that. So he left with honours, and yeah, and then also they forgave him like 30 years later. I
That's
think.
real
Like
shit.
they like the chief marshal then said, yeah, actually it was pretty cool he did that. So he's now completely off the hook in that regard.
He's like your guy's Sky King.
Yeah, more or less.
Almost, yeah. Very much.
But it was pretty cool because it was like it also like because he did it outside the Houses of Parliament, it actually made the politicians think, oh shit, maybe we should actually like do something to celebrate.
Maybe we
this.
should respect our veterans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much.
Speaking of which, like veteran respect culture in the UK is fucked. Like military respect culture, like most people, admittedly, they do their stuff for Remembrance Weekend, or and in general, they don't really care much. They don't really do much, but there are outright people who like spit at people in military uniform, call them murderers, and that's common.
crazy.
Like it's just fucking sucks.
I feel like people here have like the common respect of like they know it's like not that person's fault.
Yeah, no, in
Whoa.
the UK, people are just stupid. So they
Right,
don't
I mean,
understand
same
that.
here, but
Yeah, but evidently, at least in terms of military matters, you guys have a bit more education than our lot. It's fucking ridiculous. Like calling
Fuck is a
people
kilometer.
murderers, calling people murderers on the street for fucking like going through shit, like living through shit a lot of the time. Like our accommodation at the moment is fucking awful. We don't treat like, especially our soldiers. Our officers obviously get a bit more treatment. Our soldiers are treated like actual shit at the moment, and then the civilian spits on them at the street. It's just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that's been the case for like the last 15 years, arguably. or
It's been the
at least
case for
since
longer
I've
than
been
that.
this
Yeah, it's just fucking
town.
yeah, it's fucked. But whatever. Planes.
Planes.
What else about the RAF since we were talking about that?
Are they developing any new aircraft with the
Good.
Spanish?
Oh, they are.
veterans?
They are. But ironically, the Germans have joined recently because the Germans like were trying to do like a Eurofighter Part 2 with the French and the Italians,
Oh.
and Scholz, who's the Chancellor of Germany, he's really building up the armed forces of Germany at the moment. Like he's fucking like tripled the defense budget of Germany. It's crazy. He's going to like build about 12 new frigates in the navy or some shit.
Jeez.
Yeah. Anyway, he decided, you know what, fuck the Eurofighter, and he joined the UK fighter jet program instead. So now Germany's working with Britain for that instead, which is quite real. But yeah, we're gonna keep being like customers of the F-35, I think, for carriers, and then our main like land-based jet fighter will be the Eurofighter, and then its successor.
Eurofighter 2.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of the YF-23 program?
The what?
The
Reminds me.
YF-23 program.
What's that exactly?
The YF-23 Black Widow that was in competition with the Raptor,
Oh.
and they axed it because the Raptor was cheaper, but it would have been better and faster and more agile than the Raptor.
I mean, the Raptor does such a good job. I don't think it matters.
Money talks. Doesn't it?
Yeah, but imagine if we had a better one.
Yeah, but like the F-22 is like the equivalent of like HMS Dreadnought with the navies in the 19th century, like it fucking completely changes the game.
Yeah.
It made everything before it obsolete. Like the whole thing about generations of fighters. The F-22 was the 5th generation fighter. It made everything before it fucking useless.
My beloved,
And-
look at this.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
does
is
look quite cool. I like
yeah.
I like the fins. on that.
Ooh.
It would have
This
been so
engine
based.
looks cool.
Proper diamond build. That is
But the
quite
Raptor does a good job anyway. I don't think it matters.
cool. Yeah.
No, the Raptor is still my favorite jet, but like
It's competition, isn't it?
this thing would have
Whatever
been.
can be done cheaper is probably
nuts.
gonna get taken by
Yeah.
the government / armed forces.
It's cheaper and it still it causes complete dominance in
Does
the
the
air
same-
power. So
does the
it's like,
same job,
yeah.
more or less. But it does look cool though.
It's like asking like it's asking like the British government saying like the 1890s where do you want HMS Dreadnought or do you want like a World War II battleship? At the time,
Oh, for
they're
God's
going to go with
sake,
HMS Dreadnought because it's cheaper and still revolutionizes it.
Someone's trying to promote stuff on my thing.
Yeah, get them out of there.
Go away.
Who?
Unhealthy woodsman.
Eat shit, unhealthy woodsman.
Yeah. Rotten hell. Anyway.
Right.
Bro, who got the goddamn YF-23 in the Steam Workshop?
Real.
What the?
What
You
game
put-
is this
you
for?
put that in Flight Sim 2020?
Which game is this for?
Be quite real if you could mod it.
Gary's
Gary's
mod.
Real.
What the hell?
It's a
What the hell is that? I don't
It all
know.
comes, it all comes full circle.
Put that in a Gary's mod thing. Jeez.
Oh, it's red.
The
What is that?
That's from June as well.
What plane is that?
That's Eurofire, isn't it?
Is it? Looks like it.
It looks kind of
Yeah.
like a fighter with the way the wings sweep by. Yeah.
Eurofires are really cool.
They look cool. It's just a
Shout out
shame
this
they
guy.
weren't purely British.
Yeah.
Had to develop it with like 3 other
Have you
countries.
guys also heard of the Is the
Is there the new one that we're developing with Japan and Germany or something?
No, the new one we're developing is the one with Germany.
Oh, that is the one with Germany.
another?
It's like-
I
it's
feel like
like
Japan
project-
was involved in some point, but I don't know if I'm making that up. Super Formula, Super Bowl.
So the new
Tomcat.
is called Project Tempest.
My
and
beloved.
it-
one.
yeah. Yeah, it's a Tempest, and it's
Ooh.
The
it will
F-21
be-
Super Tomcat that
it
never
will deploy
became.
new game-changing technology and sits from the RAF fleet from 2035, replacing
Oh,
the,
that
the
looks kinda
Typhoon.
cool, though.
So that's going to be presumably our equivalent to the F-22, and it's going to be about 20 years late.
When it's I was gonna say when it's finished.
2035. It will be
Jeez.
20 years late to the F-22.
Bruh.
What happened? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the Super
We're
Tomcat.
talking about the RAF's like they're making the successor to the Eurofighter Typhoon. It's called
Mhm.
at the moment it's called Project Tempest,
The Tempest,
and it's like
which means storm.
Storm. Yeah, so note there. Side note: the UK loves making fighter jets named after storms: Spitfire, Hurricane,
Plus,
Typhoon,
also the
Tornado.
Americans, you have lightnings and all sorts like that.
Yeah, but the UK
Thunderbirds.
specifically loves storm ship. But yeah, anyway, it's hopefully our like successor to the Typhoon due in 2035.
Yeah,
And it's like
that's
it's
probably
like the UK, and it's
the
it's
earliest.
it would be the UK equivalent to an F-22 Raptor.
Thing is, by then
which
the
was
United
out
States
in
will
when?
build at least 3 more
Yeah.
generations.
When did the 22 Raptor come out, Max?
A few years ago.
20 years ago,
Wait, what?
like early 2000s.
No,
Yeah.
it was like mid 2000.
Was it? Why did I think it was later than that? Oh yeah, 2005. Yeah, fair enough.
First flight was 97. Introduction for 2005.
The F-22's first flight was in 97.
No.
Fuck.
Yeah, dude, that's like that jet's still super outdated. Well, not outdated, but like old.
Super modern.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had the wrong number.
It's
in
like
my
it's
head.
still the most modern jet fucking out there. That's crazy.
Yeah, next to the F-35.
Yeah, the F-35 is weaker than the S-22, I swear.
Oh yeah, F-22 would fucking mog on in a dogfight.
I was at the 35.
Yeah, because the F-35 is built for carrier shares, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Good old Lockheed.
What do you think of this, Henry? The proposed Super Tomcat.
The Tomcat.
I've not seen that before. That seems
Another proposed
that
fighter.
seems
The wings.
that
look-
seems
on
outdated.
certain bits, the wings look beefy as hell. At least.
Oh, is that like a proposed Super Tomcat from the period?
Well, it's a
Probably.
concept,
Yeah,
Just take that as you will.
So it's like a Super Hornet kind of equivalent, but for a Tomcat.
It's the upgraded version of the Tomcat.
Also,
Right.
it was a Hawker Hunter that flew under the.
Oh, it was a Hunter, yeah,
Yeah.
of course. That was a Gen 1 fighter. No, it was Gen 2, I think.
Yeah, probably second gen. Also,
I love
Because
Lockheed
Gen 1
Martin.
was the Lightning, then Gen 2 was the Hunter, Gen 3 I think was a Tornado. We didn't really have a Gen. Then Gen 4 is our Typhoon, so yeah.
and then now here we've gone through like 4.
Gen 5 is our F-35s.
Yeah, when we build a new thing in 2035.
Maybe it will be Gen 6, who knows? We might be able to catch up.
Yeah, just about. Fucking Raptor though, it's mad.
The scenes of Team Tempest is like the first Gen 6. Like, we actually bring along Gen 6. Absolute scenes. Not gonna happen.
Maybe someday, maybe by 2050 we can.
Right, if the Americans don't share F-22 with us, I don't think we should share the Tempest with them.
They don't share it. Sharing's caring, bro.
Yeah, they share the F-35, but not the F-22. That's a bit cringe.
That's because the F-35 is like from 2006.
So's the F-22.
Oh yeah, that's earlier.
Yeah, but the F-35 is a fucking money pit and a stupid fighter jet, and they should have axed it
I think
15 years ago.
They should have.
Yeah, but then we wouldn't be able to do like jump jet
They should have
shit
built
on our
the-
carriers.
They should have built the third generation of Typhoons.
We would have been so fucked if you decided to can the F-35. Like
They
you
really should have. I forget what the total was.
Look it up. Look how much was spent on R&D alone. It's always fun to look up the R&D on bombers, especially US, stealth ones.
Yeah.
It's like how much was originally?
$1.7 trillion.
Jesus. Oh,
Fuck me, that's more than the UK economy.
I love the military economic complex.
That's why everybody hates this jet, because they just poured money onto it over and over.
Everyone
and
in the
over
UK
again.
hates
Look
it as
up
well,
how
to be
much
fair.
was the original budget for R&D, if it exists, or how much was the original investment? It was probably like a few hundred million.
233 billion.
Oh Jesus!
So it
So,
quadrupled it,
so yeah,
more or less.
it went up a few.
So yeah, let's look at this Tempest. It
Oh,
looks pretty
jeez,
cool,
it's a
the
lot
idea.
later than I thought it was.
So it's got a next generation flight control system.
What are you looking at?
The new Tempest in
Do you
2035.
reckon they could use
It's
VR in it?
scalable autonomy. The aircraft has various modes of operation, including
Oh my
manned and
God.
optionally manned.
That's an
That's pretty
amazing
cool. They can
picture.
make it unmanned.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I remember you mentioned that the other day about ones that can be piloted remotely. Just a
Yeah,
standard
the Tempest will be
fighter.
one of those.
It's pretty mad.
Presumably for like
That has
chiller
a Blue
operations
Angel
where it just needs
fins
to go
on
back
the
and forth.
Fucking one underneath. Fucking look at that.
Oh, it's a fucking web P.
Well, like I say, look at the one below. It's got bloody navy colours on the tail fins.
we go.
Blue and yellow ass.
Which one? This one?
Oh yeah,
It's kind of base.
those are navy markings. Clear as day. Yeah, literally, it says navy on the side. I could tell by the preview it was navy, and then it just has navy slapped on the back.
Yeah.
That's why the Blue Angels use those colours.
Guys, I don't think we're supposed to see this.
Was this posted onto a war thunder?
War Thunder forum.
Yeah. What does that say?
Which
It's
one?
really firms. What the?
Where? This one?
Right there. Oh,
Yeah, we sold them a bunch of F-35s.
I'm not surprised.
Well, they needed to make money somehow.
Yeah,
They just shot down a ballistic missile with an F-35 a couple weeks ago. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
It's pretty mad. Look at the shockwave there. Sheesh.
Oh, I love fucking Shockwave.
Even when it's not supersonic, it's just the.
Mm.
Is it worth $1.7 trillion?
It's worth 3 quid. Why is
Mm.
Poland on there? It seems Polish.
Because they sold some to Poland, I think.
Poland's, how many? 3.
It's crazy to me that we sell this fighter to other countries, but not the
Oh,
F-22.
look, there's a British flag there. Let's look at that one.
Oh, where?
It's a United Kingdom flag. No, go up. And then down.
Where?
There you go.
Oh.
British.
Henry, did you guys buy these from us?
we
Yeah.
probably bought like 50.
We use them on our aircraft
We
carriers.
bought like 20 and then we ran out of money.
They're the only giant fighters we can use in
I was
aircraft
gonna
carriers.
say, yeah, with the jump.
Although apparently we might be able to like convert it to a jet, to a catapult-based carrier if like absolutely necessary. I.e., I think in the event the US like falls out with us and says we're seizing our F-35s back,
'Cause
and they'll
it's
be like, well,
STOL, isn't
shit.
it, currently?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't see that
But-
happening.
No, I don't see that happening either. But I think it's like a worst-case scenario situation
And rotors.
because that would cost a lot of money to make the Queen Elizabeth class catapult.
Yeah, and then times it by 2.
Yeah, because well,
Well.
and also
potentially-
probably times it by more
What
than
the-
2 because
what
the UK
fuck
government will
is-
probably fuck
Wait,
it out.
no, what the fuck is that?
These are not.
Oh,
Oh, it's
what the hell?
Starscream.
What
Get
is
Starscream.
Starscream.
Oh lord,
What the fuck is that?
It's Starscream.
That is not.
that is not Starscream. That's a woman.
Can you? What the fuck is that?
Pick him in jet
What
form,
did
you
that say,
coward.
like $180. What the fuck?
I can't type.
Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh card? What is
I
that?
love Gen 1 Transformers, man.
Jesus. Yo, he's got dazzle
Starscream's so
camo on.
based.
That's quite cool, to be fair.
Gen 1 Transformers was so cool.
He was an F-14 at one point. That's based.
That is based.
It's a shame it's not an FA-18. It's one of my favourite, probably my favourite jet aircraft.
I prefer F-14.
Oh, jet fighter.
Tomcat, my beloved.
Look at that.
Tomcat is cool though.
Oh.
Just the 18's my favourite.
My hangover's starting to kick in.
Henry,
Based.
it's 2:30.
Yeah, my last drink was like at 11:15.
Oh, this is quite real.
Right, any more plane
back.
chat? How long's this podcast been
Oh,
going?
it's been going over an hour. It's about an hour.
We should bring the F-14 back.
Bring back the Tomcat.
You know what we should bring back? The Vulcan.
We
Combine-
should
If
bring
the
back
F-
all the cool
if
fighters.
If the
jets that have
US
been
Air
retired.
Force can keep running a B-52, then we can keep running a Vulcan.
You combine the Vulcan with the new version of the Tomcat.
Good lord. Fucking what? Like the fucking like
Imagine the rear
s-
end on
yeah, the speed wings, but in a fucking Delta V formation. Like
Well, the
Delta V.
Tomcat's such a huge fighter too.
Yeah, it's massive.
Oh, it's got blurb.
You should watch Falklands Wars shit, Max. It's so cool. The shit that Harriers did. Like,
One of these
Kidding me,
videos
it's
ever.
Sydney.
It's a moose.
have you seen the shit like the where it's these cameras like from the US Navy and like they're following like what looks like alien spacecraft, like they're fucking floating Tic Tacs and shit.
I have seen that actually.
I've seen it
It's
got
so
like
cool.
balloons. It's pretty
Yeah.
weird.
There we go.
Oh,
Are you happy, Henry?
Take my eye off of you. What the fuck?
what? That's Queen
This
Liz.
looks gay as fuck. I
That was
can't
Liz
lie.
in the tank.
This shit looks gay.
You never heard this song?
What?
It's a good song. Can't take my eyes off you.
It's the TikToks.
HMS Hermes.
Yeah,
Hold on. Find a different one.
that's a shame.
I love
Blue Monday.
Frank
Could you
Sinatra.
find? No, I was gonna say, could you find one with Dirty Harry playing?
Empire Strikes Back.
Real.
It's the alternate title of the conflict. to be fair.
Oh, this is like our equivalent of like in 1814 we took a little trip. It's the same song,
Can you make it full screen?
but we did it for the Falklands. Like, listen, it's the same as fucking in 1814 we took a little trip.
I feel like some of those ones are
The Vulcan.
The Vulcan, my
love.
beloved.
Yeah, this is straight from War Thunder, and they put fucking brain footage over it.
I think it's actually from
Or DCS.
Civ 6.
The
Still based.
the Harriers did not take off like that.
Yes, they sort of see that.
Didn't they? Didn't someone just say the Falcons fucking belong to them? Who was that?
Oh, what? The
Oh, here we go.
president of-
Yeah, the president of Argentina.
British sovereign territory
This is so cool.
has
This
been
this
invaded
video.
by a foreign power.
Just wait.
Several days of rising tension,
80s, but you're fighting for the Falcons at Goose Green.
that country's armed forces attacked the Falkland
Sunray is
Islands
down. I
yesterday.
repeat, Sunray
It was
is
the
down.
government's objective to see that the islands are free from occupation and are returned to British administration.
I love war.
Y'all really just be fighting
Can you
people,
put
huh?
the Blue Monday one on?
NATO wave. This looks based.
No,
Oh, NATO wave is based.
I want the Blue Monday.
Smoking the Wagner pack.
Oh god.
Real.
Right. This is
Oh
all
lord.
That's based.
Is it?
Right, chat.
I think this is the end.
That's the end.
Yeah, I think we end this podcast now.
I think we end it here with this video.
Go back and put Blue Monday. Because that is my jam.
There we go.
Slow mo as well.
Where we end it.
HMS Ark Royal looked so based. Look at that.
The Ark Royal.
She looked better than Queen Elizabeth.
This is the definition of born in the wrong generation.
Yeah, real. I love war.
Huh.
Real.
Was this like your guys' like domination, like we dominated in Desert Storm?
Yeah,
Sure.
no, we fucking dominated in the Falklands.
Alright.
Actually, they blew up like 2 of our ships, but
Okay.
in general, we
We're gonna
dominated.
leave it there because British. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Real.
So.
And to the